a special fundraising bait drop from Lucky Craft Japan, OSP introduces a new soft plastic topwater lure and the latest edition Respect Series color drop from Megabass. This is what's new this week at the Hookup Tackle. Welcome to the Hookup Tackle.
Oh, what a stud.
Yeah. Look at that.
That was sick.
Cheers, my friends. Happy Sunday. All right, guys, some breaking news. What's new this week at the Hookup Tackle?
What a beautiful post-spawn fish.
Look at that.
Look at that gut on that. That's a nice fish.
Welcome back, my friends. I am Ben with the Hookup Tackle, the Tackle Otaku on Instagram, being joined this beautiful, glorious Sunday morning by the one and only Jeffrey the King. Jeff, top of the morning to you, sir.
I'm tired of the heat.
Yeah.
I'm done. It is not beautiful anymore.
No. It's every year, it's kind of fun, and then it's just like, all right, my soul is gone, Satan.
It, man.
Give it back.
Come on.
Yeah. So I think we still have more, too.
Oh, that's great.
You know what helps?
What helps? Probably staying inside, drinking fresh cold water.
Oh, man, am I refreshed.
And
Delicious Orion from the beautiful island of Okinawa, the one and only finest beer in the world. Jeff, would you like one?
Doesn't beer dehydrate somebody?
It's water.
I heard that it dehydrates you, and so you have to drink more.
Are you talking about that ridiculous thing that Bass Fan posted this week? Did you see that?
I didn't see that.
Apparently, your people live in Sweden. There's some Swedish lure builder that built a lure of a drowning fisherman.
A drowning fisherman?
I can't even make it up.
Lure?
And the whole article was about how in Sweden, tragically, 30% of people drink while they fish. They couldn't believe it. So they're making a big push to...
yes, that article was beautiful.
Yeah. So you may want to rethink your move.
Yeah.
You know, Japanese, they like to
drinking.
drink. Yeah, Sweden apparently is where you need to go.
Heard it's a beautiful country.
I've never been so disappointed in my genetics in my life. Only 30% of my people drink? Disgusting.
You're Swedish?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Well, 50%.
50?
Yeah.
That's a lot of percent.
You know what the other 50% is.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Cheers, my friends. I hope you're having a wonderful Sunday. I forgot we were even here to talk about lures.
It was bad.
This is what's new this week at the Hookup Tackle. We are going to highlight some new product drops, and we have some really dope ones. I'll also tell you about a couple of cool restocks, and just geek out on some tackle, drink some beer, make fun of Jeff. So if you're not here, you can do it in the comments.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely comment down below.
That would be great.
Yeah,
let's dive in. All right. As always, when we have a limited edition Respect Series color drop from Megabass, the buzz and excitement is here. Jeff, I'm going to let you take this one and show us what is in store for today. All right, good job, Jeff. You still got it. Imagine what you could do if you were just a little bit buzzed on some Orion.
Yeah, the camera would be a little more shakier.
It might calm you down a little bit. All right, there you go, guys. Aurora Reaction is this month's Respect Series color drop. Now, Aurora Reaction is a color that I love. I've said this before multiple times. I'm a sucker for anything like chartreuse back and then kind of bait fish side. This is a color that if you guys are a JDM BENto Box subscriber, this was a BENto Box color a couple years back, okay? They have since introduced this color as a core color in some baits, right? There's Switch over there, Pop Max, so on and so forth. But it is a very, very cool bait. And kind of a one of a kind. So essentially what you get is you get a pearl belly with a little bit of orange. From your angle, you're probably seeing a shiny, what they would call like an Aurora type of paint that is going to fade up to a chartreuse back. Now from my angle, it's totally transparent in a slight little bit of like a teal type of glow, or a very, very faint chartreuse glow. That Aurora paint is very special when you look at it, you know, in the light or, you know, behind a light. Jeff, check that out. It looks completely different. So, see that?
I see what you're saying, bro.
It's crazy, right? So, one of the cooler paint schemes, in my opinion, that Megabass does. Now, this is going to be available as a one-time offering. From what I've heard, this is the most oversold color that Megabass has ever had in Respect. So I expect these to fly, so if any of these speak to you, I would definitely scoop them up. I'm going to walk through them now. So of course, it is going to be available in the EBY Vision 110. They are also doing it this month in the EBY Vision 110 Plus 1, which is a very rare offering. They do not do it in the Plus 1 very often. They are also doing it in the EBY Vision 110 Junior Plus 1. Again, almost never see this. So that color in the Plus 1s, disgusting, right? It is going to be available in the Giant Dog X. Looks great in that. It's going to be available in the Prop Darter 80. It's going to be available in the Vision 95. Again, the Vision 95 is that downsized jerkbait that has its own built-in shimmy stop. So it twitches, and when you pause it, it's off balance slightly, so it continues to just kind of shake back and forth and almost roll while it's paused. Very cool jerkbait. Of course, it is in the Pop Max. It is in the Pop X. It is in the X Nanahan. Disgusting. In the X Nanahan. It is in the Baby Pop X. It is in the Dog X Junior Co IU, so pretty cool. A couple of bait finesse offerings in there. It's in the ORC. And Jeff, they listened to you.
No, fucking way.
It is in the iSlide.
That's actually ridiculous.
And they did it in the floating version just for you. So we talked them out of the intermediate and into the floating for you.
That's ridiculous.
Here you go, on me. So there you go, guys. There is the latest edition color drop Aurora reaction from Megabass. These are going to be available individual purchase, or if you want to buy the whole set. There's a bunch of you that collect it each month, dropping them like crazy back there. The whole set is available also. So there you go. While supplies last, Aurora reaction from Megabass is available. All right, while we're on limited Megabass and just limited items in general, we are dropping today our leftover remaining subscription boxes from our JDM BENto subscription box. This was probably one of the best received boxes that I've done in a long time, so thank you guys for all the comments. I hope you all love it. If you have been waiting or seeing the posts and wanting to get in, today is the day. Everything else that we held back, that either we had extras from non-subscribers or that we just held back to make sure everybody's shipping got there, we are dropping today. If you're not familiar with it, this is a $100 box. It's got a $100 value of stuff in it. This month's closer to $150 value because we just padded a little bit. Inside the box, I'm just going to fly through this really quick, and then I'll drop a full breakdown of the box later this week. There are some custom color beavers. There's a BENto Box exclusive custom color bull's hog, custom color Dolive craws. There's some Zaraganus Juniors in it. You're going to get a Duck Roger frog. You're going to get a custom color Pinsel 65. You're going to get an Eisvogel lipless. But the star of the show is the custom run GLX Agui 110 and Pop Max. Each month the subscription box features a special 110 and Pop Max. I'll take this out really quick just so you guys can see it up close. One of the cooler colors, very fun color. You're going to get that kind of bluish pearl belly that fades up to kind of a orangish reddish underside, and then you get just that little hit of GLX there on the shoulder. Of course, those cool side markings, and then capped off with kind of a darkish green back. So a one-of-a-kind color, very unique. Collectors are going to love it. Fishermen are going to love it. So there you go. If that speaks to you, while supplies last, the leftover bento boxes are available now. All right, guys, let's jump over to our friends at Lucky Craft. So you guys know earlier this year, there was a terrible, tragic earthquake in Japan. I was in Japan at the time. I was in Tokyo where we felt it, but where the epicenter and where it really just devastated the country was up around Lucky Craft and where Lucky Craft operates, where their employees live. It basically shut down the company for a while. There's been so much outreach and support and just, you know, uplifting things said to Lucky Craft that they kind of took that just positivity and turned it into kind of their new motto. And so we are calling this next drop the GANBARE HOKURIKU, which essentially means, you know, let's go HOKURIKU, which is that part of Japan. Let's go Japan. This is a fundraising set, I'm going to call it, designed to help the people of that area. You know, almost 300 people lost their lives in that earthquake. Lucky Craft is back up and running. You know, a very dear brand to us. I've known the owners of Lucky Craft for most of my life. Wonderful people, but they're still down about 30% in workforce, right? So there's still thousands of people displaced, still living in gyms, the government trying to move them into cities, that their houses just aren't really worth fixing. So they're trying to move these people around, so that whole region is still struggling. And Lucky Craft wanted to do something special as a way to kind of encourage their employees, encourage the area around, and use the proceeds to help some of their staff that's still trying to get on their feet, still trying to navigate just a terrible situation. So here we go, 4 baits that each one of these baits is going to be painted in a special gold leaf style painting. Now this is the area of Wajima, Japan is famous for this style of pottery, where it's kind of a glossy black or a glossy red with some gold leaf type figurines, whether it's, you know, animals or, you know, different almost tribal-esque style graphics, splatter graphics. Just that part of Japan is famous for this, so Lucky Craft wanted to incorporate it into some special packaging and special colors. I'm going to walk through these with you guys. If this speaks to you, you can purchase each one of these baits individually, or you can purchase the set. The set will include all 8 baits for $129, and again, the proceeds are going to go to Lucky Craft's employees, which is a really, really great way to do it. So here we go. This is the LC 1.5. We're going to start here. This is in Wajima black. So you can see it's a glossy black with kind of that gold leaf kind of pelican on the side. It's got the gold hit on the bottom, and then on the top, Pray for Japan. Okay, so this is going to be a limited edition. This is a one-time run, so highly collectible. Now, I'm going to take out the red one here as well so you can see it. A second, Jeff. Both the red and the black for each bait will be the same scheme. Okay, so if you love pelicans, then I would get the red and the black. They're going to be identical. Just one's going to have that red tone, one's going to have that black tone. So very, very cool here. So this is in the LC 1.5. They are also doing a deep crepey in Wajima Black and Wajima Red. Now this is probably my favorite of the batch. I'm gonna take this one out just so I can show it to you. This one features a gold leaf turtle, which is pretty awesome. So again, you're gonna get the gold hit on the bottom, you're gonna get a gold leaf sea turtle on the side, and of course Pray for Japan on the top up there. Just a beautiful bait. So again, that's gonna be available in the black and the red. We have a Sammy 85, also available in a Wajima Black and a Wajima Red. This is more of just kind of a, I'm gonna call it kind of a splatter paint, snake-esque inspired type of a print. You can see it's got that really cool kind of shift. And again, Pray for Japan on the back. And then finally, the Wander 85, again in the black and the red. I'll open a red one this time so you guys can see it. And this is kind of like a cool dragon-esque style color scheme on there. Very cool look. So can you catch fish on them? Of course, right? It'd be really cool to see you guys catching fish, especially with that kind of Pray for Japan on the back, knowing what the purpose of the baits are. But if you're a collector or just love to support really good companies, Lucky Craft's a great one. The people are amazing. So there you go. I hope you enjoy. And Lucky Craft, we're all behind you. You got this. There you go. Available now. All right. While we're on Lucky Craft, they also are overwhelmed from the business, and they're just trying to churn and keep things exciting. That you guys, you know, have been supporting them so well this year. So LV500, our best-selling Lucky Craft bait, a ton of new colors. So a lot of the colors that we've seen coming out in pointers, transferring into LVs. Some of these are new that I've never seen before, so I'm gonna kind of walk through these really quick with you guys, okay? So, Silver Side Ghost Minnow, okay? MS North Pro Blue. Got it? Two very similar ones, so let's put these together. Jeff, can you guess the name of that one?
Silver Cheek. No.
Crystal Pro Blue OB. Silver Cheek was right.
Oh.
Okay, how about this one?
That's GP Pro Blue Silver Cheek.
No, Lens OB Crystal Pro Blue Chartreuse. So close though. Yeah, you gotta keep studying, Jeff. You'll get there someday. There's Cherry Phantom Ghost Minnow. There's NC Light Hitch Sakura. That one's going to be ridiculous around Clear Lake fish. There's MS Clearwater Shad. NC French Pearl Sakura. Obviously that's a no-brainer. There's about 100 of them in my box already. Silver Cheek Clearwater Shad. And then we have two NC Clear Lake Hitches. One just regular and one with that Sakura pink on the bottom. So a bunch of cool new colors in the LV500 this week from Lucky Craft, available now. There you go, sir.
Does the pink really make a difference?
Yeah, of course.
Does the pink really make a difference?
Well, you tell me.
Just like,
Color matters.
if I'm throwing this one,
Yeah.
and I'm not
And you
getting
see
any
just a
bites,
little hit of that pink.
do you think I'm like, oh dude, I gotta throw in the pink, it'll be the difference maker?
When you're surrounded
Surrounded
by
by
9s and 10s, like they're just
surrounded
everywhere,
by them, yep.
right?
Mm-hmm. For me.
Sometimes it's like they all start blending in the same, but then one where it's just a little hit of pink, whether it's you know, some boots or some glitter, right? It stands out, dude. I'm telling you, pink's the deal.
Is anybody listening to this?
You are. You should be. Color matters.
Bro, that pink is so, like, insignificant.
Give me those. Let's take a poll.
It's insignificant.
Let's take a poll.
It's insignificant.
Does the pink matter? Jeff versus Ben.
No.
You tell me down below. Pink makes a difference?
No.
Or pink doesn't make a
It
difference?
doesn't, because
It does.
it's coming through the water like this.
Yeah, but
The
if it
bass are not
deflects,
going-
if it deflects
doesn't-
and they see that little pink, it's like, ah, yum. Right? You let us know. Here you go, Jeff. See for yourself. Prove
So
it to
if
yourself.
if I hold this like this, you couldn't tell the difference.
Yeah, but I ain't eating it like
So
that.
the bass is.
I'm not
the bass
coming
is gonna
down like
see
this and eating it.
right?
No, I'm looking at like this.
No, you're not.
Yeah, because I
it-
wanted to rip off something, and I'm gonna see that
No.
underbelly. I'm like,
no,
oh,
you're
pink.
not, dude.
Oh, sucker.
No.
All right, Jeff, since you're confused at good colors, let me just include you into a segment. So I told you guys before that I'm going to really try to limit when I have small batches of things that I know are overly hyped to give you guys first crack at them. And then if I still have them around a day or so after this, then I'll post them on Insta and we'll spread the word. So some more DRT,
Wow.
okay? Your
Wow.
people.
We just had some too.
I know. This is pretty cool, right? Okay, a one color
I'm
drop.
Sorry, what?
Hey, it's one color, but available in the Tiny Klash and the K9. I have US Perch. Okay, so probably not a color that all of you need, but a color that a lot of you guys can get behind. So there you go. US Perch in Klash 9 and Tiny Klash are available. Jeff, since you're not really a perch guy,
No.
let's go bigger. The first time we've ever had
Uh-huh.
DRT Ghost, except for a custom color.
Before-
I mean,
yeah.
we had them in Sake
Yeah.
Bomber, but
Yep.
as far as just
Here
like
we are.
a color.
And this is the one we get.
So, I'm curious to hear your thoughts.
Oh.
I know when I was unboxing these yesterday,
Uh-huh.
everybody here bought one.
Oh, nice.
This is a disgustingly dope color.
Oh.
This is Phantom.
Mhm.
Okay, one color,
Yeah, yeah.
but hey, it's here.
Yep.
Tell me about the Ghost.
The Ghost is it's a lure made from DRT.
Okay, I'm giving you your moment.
It's got 2 joints,
Yeah,
which makes it a 3-piece lure.
yeah.
You can fish it in a multitude of different ways. You can cast it out and reel it in.
Are you going anywhere with this? Does it float or does it sink?
It's a low float.
Okay, so very slow float up. Does it glide?
You can get it to glide.
Okay. Does
Right.
it swim on a straight retrieve with little effort? Just winding the reel?
Depending on the tail. 'Cause
Okay.
There's 2 tails in that hoe.
Yep, there is 2
right?
tails.
There's
in
the
the
V
hoe,
tail.
yes.
And then there's a variable tail,
Yeah.
or we call it the whale tail. There's a lot to this bait. This is the problem.
Okay.
That is not cut and dry. I
So
can't tell
a
you
lot
it's
of
a glide
things
bait.
you can do.
There's too many things to do with it.
Let's just call it a very capable big bait from DRT.
Because then there's pads that come with it. Like, there's many things that you can do with this bait.
Okay.
Maybe you do a breakdown video and show us your favorite ways to fish it. Because I.
Are you even taking your job seriously right now? Here. I'm gonna assume that there's people watching
We're taking it
that
out.
actually want to know what this bait
We're
does,
taking-
and not Jeff's smart-ass answer.
Oh my god.
Here, there's a look at the bait and the
Oh,
color. The color is
man.
disgusting. Basically a matte finish Phantom trout
Yep.
that does all the things that Jeff just slaughtered. I gave him his moment and he screwed it up. I'm disappointed, Jeff.
Oh man.
Give this man some bug baits.
That's
Okay.
a
So there you go.
good color.
The Ghost, $2.99.
Hey, I know we said phantom trout, but it doesn't have to be phantom trout. It could look like a gizzard shad.
Yeah, I didn't say Phantom trout. Basically a matte finish Phantom trout.
Yes, you did.
No.
You said the name of the
Phantom
color.
is the name of the color is Phantom.
It's phantom trout.
No, it's not.
It's
Do you know anything about DRT? It's literally just called Phantom.
that doesn't make any sense.
It's all right, dude. I'm here for you. I'll teach you. So there you go.
Anyways.
Phantom could
Trout.
look like
trout, gizzard shad, herring. Probably not herring, but
gizzard shad for sure.
gizzard shad.
A baby bass
When you
for
do
sure. A carp.
this-
When you start shifting, I mean, majority of fish are going to be seeing it from here.
It's just a nice.
It's a
profile.
beautiful colored.
One of the few
color.
matte colors, by the way, as
Yeah.
well that DRT has ever made.
It looks great.
The pearl on the belly's cool.
Yep.
I like that. It's
Yeah.
a good color.
So it matters to you, color.
It doesn't matter. I think
Okay.
it's just a cool color.
I got it.
You see
Okay.
what I mean?
All right, moving on.
This is great.
As if that wasn't big enough.
Jesus Christ, what is that thing?
Well, I was hoping you would tell me.
Well,
The DRT Frenzy, also available
I think
for the
Griff
first
can
time
tell you
ever.
More about that.
Yeah,
Isn't that
Griff
right,
will
Griff?
tell us how to dislocate a shoulder throwing this thing. So,
Giant glide bait. It's
let's
just
take it out.
oversized Klash 9.
Okay, oversized
it's
Klash
much more
9.
simple than the Ghost.
Okay,
There's only really a few ways you can even fish this thing,
okay.
right? So, how I've... Oh my god.
Train wreck over here. So, here's the Frenzy. I don't even know if this is going to stay in the screen. There's the Ghost.
The Ghost was big when you held it up just 2 seconds ago.
There's a K9. So,
So-
substantially bigger than a K9.
Yes. So
Yes.
I recommend
10
people-
ounces?
Yes, sir.
10 ounces.
I recommend people buy the Frenzy if you're intimidated by the Klash 9. So if you throw the Frenzy for 10 casts and
Yeah.
then you pick up the K9,
It'll feel
it'll
small.
feel tiny.
So this is a training
Yeah,
thing
it's
to
a
make you
training
think
thing.
the other one is small. Understood. A super sized glide,
Yeah.
again, available in Phantom.
Literally the same thing as a K9. You can fish it the same way as a K9.
Okay.
It's just 16.7 inches long, 10
Yep.
ounces.
Yep.
There's a couple different like things that you can do with it, like a K9. Like you could do lip with the other tail that comes with it, and
Yep.
you can have like a Yotamaki. It's hollow, that front section, so it's lighter. Normally a bait of that caliber and size weighs 20 plus ounces, like we've seen in the Run May Mother Chaser or
Yep.
any wood or resin bait. So
Yep.
this ABS bait, it's hollow in the front, so it casts
Easy. Easy to throw.
for
10
a
ounce.
bait that size
Yeah.
easier.
Yeah.
Cool lure. I've been very fortunate to even catch a bass on one of them.
It's a very cool lure.
Yep.
$3.99. So you're up in a $400 price point, but pretty rare, pretty big
Yeah.
bait. So if those speak to you, some cool DRT to play with, all that is available now. Jeff, thank you for such an
here
amazing
for it,
segment.
baby. Yeah.
We appreciate it. By the way, you got to add your own
Yeah,
hardware.
you do. Hell yeah,
So
you do.
does not come with hooks.
No.
So what do you recommend people add?
Inside of the envelope that you get,
Yep.
it has recommended hooks.
Yep.
Guys, so Mr. Tomoya Shirakawa, the owner of DRT, he likes 2 twins, like 4/0 twins in the front,
Okay.
and then a small treble in the back. You
Okay.
could just run like the Sharks, or you can run a treble hook in that size 1/0 size, and you'll be fine with it.
Okay.
Add a little weight to the back, so it kind of keels the,
Right
the
here?
bait, because
Yep.
it's gonna sit like that in the water.
Yep. So
So
a smaller like grenade
Yeah,
weight right there.
yep, and then
just
boom.
helps just kind of
Like a
balance it a little, just a touch.
7 gram,
Okay.
11 gram weight in the back. There's 2 different line ties. I normally utilize the bottom one because
Okay.
it keeps the bait down. If you
Okay.
want to keep the bait a little bit higher, you use the top one.
Okay.
So, cool bait. Not many people have them. DRTs will make a whole lot of them. So, again, it's a ridiculous lure. But if you live in a place that has striper, or just big fish that eat big bait, that's a cool one to have.
Yeah, if you're a Texas guy, if you're a California guy where they're eating trout
It
or
shows you- it
salmon
shows you
or
some cool
something
things.
like that, big gizzard,
Yeah.
shad, tilapia,
That's
could have some game.
Yeah.
So
Wouldn't you say the same? That
There
it's
you
a
go.
Fantastic lure, and you love throwing it.
when is your shoulder surgery?
I'm still recovering.
So there you go, guys. Some cool drops from DRT available now.
It hurt me.
All right, Jeff, let's switch gears into something that you know absolutely nothing about. Soft plastic topwaters.
Jesus, what is that?
This is the brand new bait from OSP. This is the OSP EBY Dance. Okay, now this is available. I don't know why I said it like that. This is available in these 5 colors, all solid, pretty straightforward colors, right? You got white, you got black, green pumpkin, pink, chartreuse. Okay, pretty straightforward. This is not elastomer, but a very strong, buoyant plastic, if I can get it out. Basically, a topwater walking bait, kind of looks like a crawfish body or a shrimp body, right? 2 little tentacles. but it is a very stretchy, very high float plastic designed to walk like a topwater bait in a finesse, easy way. So you can throw this at anything, you know, kind of like we talked about with a Sammy 65 or a Pencil 65 downsizing style bait. This would be a great option when you need to actually throw it into some stuff, right? So hook wise, you're going to use a 1/0. The 1/0 Infini fits this one great. I'll just rig one up just so you can envision it in case you are struggling with the vision. But you're going to rig it just like you would with any topwater plastic. There is a spot on the underside where it's kind of a reinforcement for the hook. The 1/0 fits perfectly in that hook slot. You're going to go all the way through and out that cavity, and that hook is going to sit right in that little hook slot on the top, and you're just going to have a bait that is going to walk left and right just like you would a traditional walking bait with treble hooks. So kind of a cool idea. You know, there's been baits like this before. This one's just really good at doing what it does. So there you go. 5 colors, simple, straightforward. The EBY Dance from OSP, available now. All right, 3 new colors this week in my favorite crankbait in the OSP lineup. Well,
Ooh.
the Magnum EXDR is really giving me a run for the money, but I'm still going to say this is my favorite. The Blitz Max DR. I love this bait. 3 new colors dropped. So Impact IU comes from Blitz Magnum EXDR, an amazing gizzard shad pattern, obviously an amazing IU pattern if you have any IU near you, but we use it as a gizzard shad pattern. Delicious Wakasagi, an amazing all-around baitfish pattern, and then Mito Rin, kind of that green scale color. Those are new this week from OSP. We also see a bunch of Japan-only colors trickle back in. So a lot of some of the harder to find colors that a lot of you guys have been looking for just in time for that late summer crankbait bite. So big week from OSP in the Blitz Max DRs. Those are available now. And then also a ton of JDM only colors in the Blitz EXDR land as well. So colors like Sexy Shad, Ice Shad, GF Spawn Red, Pink Lady, Sharp Wakasagi, so on and so forth, are back in stock for the first time in a while. So if you've been waiting on any of the harder to find colors, probably the only time this year that these are going to land, those are available now. All right, Jeff, we were making fun of how that Frenzy is going to be pretty hard to cast,
Yeah,
right?
absolutely.
So let's transition that into a bait that I know is going to be very difficult to cast. Maybe one of the worst casting baits I've ever seen.
Oh, God.
But I really liked the guy that was building them. I think it's pretty cool.
Okay.
So here we go. A new
What the-
introduction, okay? This is a company called BP Bait. This is the Giant Zapper.
What the?
This is
Oh
a
my-
very hard bait
There is no
to throw.
way, dude.
Okay,
There is no.
I met this guy earlier this year when we were at the Osaka
little
show.
loud.
It's very loud. Okay, so as you know, Jeff, you've been around some of the really amazing. There's various cultures in Japan bass fishing, and one of those cultures is this kind of really crazy topwater culture,
Yes, it
right?
is.
There's a lot of guys that just like to hand make stuff that's weird and cool to them,
Yes.
right? A lot of brands, you can think of like Tsunami Lures, make some really, really dope things like guitar picks, Akashi, some really kind of crazy, you know, type stuff. They are just hyper focused on catching them on their own made stuff. This was such a nice guy, hand making all this stuff. It's all resin baits, all made by hand. So super limited batch. In fact, I ordered these 8 months ago. I ordered 10s.
Oh.
Okay, and I have
Nice.
them. Okay, so I don't know. This might just be one of those crazy baits that might be fun for you to try. Now,
Oh.
they're handmade,
Yeah.
out of resin,
Yep.
$80, not cheap.
Ooh.
Okay,
Okay.
but
Yep.
there's only 10 of them.
Yeah.
2 colors, by the way.
2 colors.
A pretty nice bass pattern
Yep.
and a fire tiger. So not a color that works for me very
So,
well,
a musky
but
lure and then a
it
bass
quite
one.
possibly could be a good, you know, musky type pattern, or, you know, I bass love fire tiger. So there you go, the Giant Zapper. Now it doesn't weigh much.
Oh, I was gonna ask what.
It's probably only about 1.5 ounces.
Oh, that's it.
But this,
That
I'm not sure
mofo.
how well that's gonna through the wind. Here, hold on. There you go, the Giant Zapper. Now, while Jeff is
wow.
playing with that,
It's really light.
yeah, it's shockingly light.
Hollow?
Oh, it's resin. It's just a really lightweight resin. So the long Zapper also in stock. Okay, by the way, if you get the giant Zapper, it does not come with hooks. Add your own hooks. So put whatever trebles you want, or twins, or whatever you like on there. I'd probably put like a size 1 or 2. You could even probably go to a 1/0. These guys will come with hooks. This is the long Zapper, 4 colors. Okay, so the bass is there. There's an Ayu, there's an Amago, and an Oikawa. This is just a smaller version of that guy. Let's just do a side by side. This one's gonna come with dual hooks. It also has this cool little blade in the back. Again, handmade.
Slight
Pretty substantial difference. Again, this is not gonna cast very well. There's no weight transfer. It's, you know, a single piece of resin. But it's kind of fun. It's kind of unique, kind of different. So if those speak to you, those are available now. What do you say, Jeff?
I just want to try and cast it without bird nesting.
We should have a 1v1 just distance cast.
In the wind?
Yeah, in the wind, see where it could go. That'd be fun. All right, new to us, not new to a lot of you guys. We do pay attention when you guys send us requests on, hey, you know, I use this, I'd love for you guys to carry this. And one product that we have gotten over and over and over again that we haven't had in store are CoolBaits Underspins. So we pay attention. We brought them in. The entire product line is here. They have underspins, they have weedless underspins, they have various sizes, different hook sizes. If you're not familiar with CoolBaits, you can check them out online. There's various products. We'll put links below in the descriptions, and you can kind of dig through it. But definitely probably one of the most spoken about underspins in this season's getting ready to come that I've ever seen. So for you guys that throw it, they are in stock. For you guys that are always looking for a good underspin, now they are available in all sizes here at the Hookup Tackle. So there you go. CoolBaits in stock at the Hookup Tackle. All right, one more bait, Jeff. Ending it with you.
Oh.
A new wake bait, walking swim bait concept from Eisvogel.
Okay.
Okay. This is the Eisvogel Slowth.
Slowth.
150. Yes.
Beautiful name.
Have you heard Slowth?
Slowth?
Yeah.
That's a hard one to say.
Yeah, so
Slowth.
the idea of this bait is for you to work it
Slowth.
slowthly. Okay? So I would imagine sloth was probably the thought process, and combine sloth and slow and you get slowth. But here you go, the Slowth 150. It is a single joint, basically wake / crank down, designed to fish very slow on its own. It's going to have an independent head action. You can walk it also, so it will walk side to side. It's a good size bait, 150 millimeters. It's 35 grams, so about 1.25 ounces. It has a unique tail. So this tail is made out of kind of like a fabric almost. And the idea is when it gets wet, it has more undulation than just a hard piece of plastic. But you could also dip it. If you want to dip it in scent, you could put scent on it. So as you're fishing it, scent can disperse. Just a different idea, different concept. It does come with a spare tail. And if you're into them, you can buy spare tails as well. So, I don't know, kind of an interesting bait. Eisvogel's been making some kind of creative, different things. They're just slight little tweaks on other baits on the market. So this might have some game for you guys. I'm gonna fly through the colors. So obviously there's this cool white one. Here's a bluegill pattern. There's Jeff's favorite, fire tiger. Okay, it's a Japanese bait, so of course there's gonna be an all chartreuse.
Of course.
Yeah. And there's a couple of bait fish patterns. There's like a chromie bait fish and then a clear transparent UV bait fish as well. So there you go. If that speaks to you, $39.99. So it's pretty normal priced bait for JDM bait. So there you go. The Slowth 150 available now from Eisvogel. All right, let's end with a reel and a couple of rods I've been dying to get into your guys' hands. So let's start here. A couple days ago, I posted this, sent out an email newsletter. Also made a post on Instagram. We made a special buy from Shimano Japan of the Calcutta Conquest 30 Shallow Edition. Now when we dropped this, we had righties and lefties. We sold out of lefties. We're down to just the last few righties. So don't hate on me if you're a lefty. You're just too slow, okay?
Slowth.
Too slow. Well played there, Jeff. Here's a look at the Calcutta Conquest 30 HG Shallow Edition. Basically, it's about the same size as a Conquest Bait Finesse. It's in this beautiful, like, gunmetal blue color. Shimano, if you're listening and you're mad at me for doing this pricing that I'm about to say, please make this color in like a 200 size, a 300 size.
Oh my God,
like,
dude.
this is beautiful, right?
Ooh.
Nothing against gold.
No.
Like, if you're into
Classic.
it, it's great.
Classic.
But this is
that'd
disgusting.
be
Please. Basically, the shallow spool, anytime you see shallow spool, these are designed for skipping, close range accuracy. This is not a reel that you're going to just bomb, big cast, heavy line. This is running down the bank, being very specific in nailing your target. A lot of guys prefer this round shape reel. It's an incredibly durable reel, very accurate. So you can throw lighter weight baits with it, but it's not bait finesse. If you guys are bait finesse guys, stick with the Calcutta Conquest bait finesse. This is just kind of its own unique thing. $6.99 is normal retail. We got a special buy, $3.99. Okay, so it's kind of a one and done deal. These are not going to be a reel that we're going to keep in stock. It was too good of a deal not to try to bring to you guys and offer it. So if it speaks to you, $3.99. They're all yours. Have at them while supplies last. Conquest 30 HG Shallows.
Can I throw the Frenzy on that?
Absolutely.
I was thinking about
Yeah,
that.
so it's 100 yards of 8-pound.
I
So
like to throw
Frenzy is what,
25.
probably, I was going to say 30.
Yeah, 25.
Yeah, probably
pounds,
like 8
4
yards of 30.
8 yards?
Yeah, so probably just
short, accurate cast.
just kind of flop it in. You get 8-trap, no problem.
Ooh. Yeah.
Available
Get 'em
now. Okay, Jeff, let's wrap things with a line of rods that I have fallen in love with. A lot of you guys have gotten into recently. Just a great lineup to kind of complement a lot of what I do in like Destroyer P5. There's some very unique little niche rods in this line. This is from Raid, the Gladiator anti-lineup. So the full lineup is back. A lot of you guys have been dying to get the spinning rods. So we sell more Gladiator spinning rods than anything for strolling. They are kind of the master. Raid's kind of the master at stinger tips. They make a little bit longer stinger tip. It's more reinforced, which makes it much stronger. So you have a stronger rod. They're still very light. The stinger tips are nice and soft, not overly fast. So when you're strolling, it gives you that little bit of cushion for that bait to actually move. So if you guys have been waiting on anything like the Sidekick or the Stride or any of those are back in stock. One of our favorite frog rods, the Frogman, is back in stock. This is a 6'7" medium heavy frog rod that's capable of all the great things you need in a shorter rod. Those are back, but super excited for these two brand new rods out to market. So I know we were just talking about spinning rods, Jeff, so this is going to be an interesting one for you. This is the brand new Navigator. It's a 7.4 medium light with a stinger tip. Okay, so a lot of the trend has been to use like a Flissa or a longer rod for a lot of the strolling stuff. This is going to give you, notice how a lot of times in stinger tips they're super fast at the top. This one has a gradual bend into the blank because of how they build it. Most brands only do a stinger tip about the first 12 inches. Raid drops it down and wraps everything with and then puts an outer wrap on there. So you get the benefit of the stinger tip without having this really weird, funky type taper. Now, I gave Shimano a bunch of shit earlier in the year when they released NRX Inshore for basically just taking the grip and flipping it around and calling it something different. This is how the grips are in most of the Raid rods. This one is like this, but in this particular rod, the way your hand sits on it, it's super comfortable. Okay, so this is going to be a good option. Strolling, I'll break it down for you. It's 1/8 to 1/2 ounce lure rating, so medium light plus with the stinger. Strolling, of course, Neko rig, drop shot. It's going to be a great all-around use rod. Jeff, feel that 7.4 ultra light. These are, by the way, if you're new to this rod line, in the between $400 and $500 price point. So $410, $420, $430, really good priced rods for JDM rods. By the way, same 3-year warranty, as you guys are used to with Megabass as well. Okay, so peace of mind, rest assured. Okay, a new concept, the first ever glass composite rod from them, and this is an exciting one. This is the Engrave. It's a 7-foot medium glass composite, 1/4 to 1.5 ounce. Okay, so for a 7-foot medium, a huge lure rating, right? Here's what's cool about it. Most of the time when you get glass composite rods, especially in a 7-foot rod, they're built to bend all the way kind of down the blank. Not this one. All the bend is at the top. Okay, so you have that true medium glassy bend at the top, but then it shuts down to backbone in the bottom section, which tells you that the rod was built for heavier line, smaller baits. So you can now take a square bill, you can take a traditional crankbait, put it on 16, 18, 20 pound and still be able to cast it. You're gonna get the whippability of that tip, the softness for landing the fish, but you're gonna get all the power to manage that heavier line. This is gonna be a very popular one for shore guys, for kayak anglers, or for anybody fishing from a boat that likes kind of close range combat fishing with lighter crankbaits. This one should be a no-brainer to add. Okay, beautiful, simple, one piece, nice. So there you go. The Engrave and the Gladiator anti-lineup and the Navigator, 2 brand new rod options from Raid. Those are available now. All right, guys, that is a wrap for us today. Some really cool things in there, Jeff. What was your favorite thing you saw?
Ew.
Non-DRT.
Oh.
What was your favorite thing you saw?
Non-DRT. Oh, man.
Man, you are not sharp today.
No, I am duller than my hopes.
You want me to answer for you?
Can you get something for me?
Yeah, I think your favorite thing was the EBY Dance.
Ooh.
A nice little small plastic shrimp topwater bait. Seems to be
needed.
It's in your lane.
Shrimp
right?
like being up on the surface, especially when they lose their limbs and other things.
Yeah, and then they're walking on the
they
surface.
They walk on the surface.
Important.
I think obviously that Calcutta Conquest, they need to add an extra 0.
Yeah, 300 instead of a 30 would be disgusting.
30,
Yeah, agreed. I know. I really dig the Respect drop this
right,
month. I really love the Aurora reaction. I know it's been a long time, but the GANBARE HOKURIKU is super sick. Yep. So I'm really glad Lucky Craft was able to put that together. If you guys have questions on anything, I'm just going to cut Jeff off because he ain't never going to answer the original question. But if you have questions, drop them down below. I will get answers for you. Of course, we'll put links to all the products in there so you guys can check them out. And on behalf of myself and Jeff and everybody here at the Hookup Tackle guys, thank you for the business. Thank you for supporting our friends at Lucky Craft and for the well wishes. Thank you for the business you give us. Thank you for the time that you give us on our Sunday mornings, even on days like today where it was derailed out of the gate and we don't even know what day it is. Thank you for the support. It means the world to us. Go drink a delicious Orion. Go catch a giant fish. Hug your family. Enjoy your weekend. Yeah, as you should. Go drink a delicious water in Sweden there, Jeff. Cheers, my friends. Happy Sunday. We will see you again next week. You know, next week is my birthday edition.
No, it's not. You're going to be 57?
31. Shut up, Jeff.
31.